Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Definitely appreciate you taking time out of your day to pay me a visit. It is June 2nd, back out on the Carpentersville stretch of the Fox River. Was out here a week ago, and that was when my new lower unit decided to quit within 3 hours. Really got to hand it to Lake County Water Sports. They absolutely came through. So that issue with that new lower unit got discovered on Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. I brought it there and it dropped off my boat, and they had a new lower unit installed and ready to go by Wednesday. And I've had the boat out twice since then just to kind of break in the lower unit, make sure everything's running right. And the new lower unit's working fantastic, so we're going to be back out on the stretch for some redemption to try to find some smallmouth. Got a much later start than what I was hoping for, but it just is what it is. It rained pretty much all day yesterday, and the water looks a lot muddier compared to what it has been all year, so we might try some Topwater, but really going to be focusing on the tried and true crankbait and jig combo. And yeah, I think we're going to run up to the pedestrian bridge and just kind of float back. The current's still ripping pretty good. The tailwater gauge right now is at 7.44 feet, so we got some high water. Really shouldn't have to worry about anything, but I'm certainly going to be cautious running up the river. Do not want to trash another lower unit. So let's go see what we find. All right, there's our first fish. Ooh. Come here, buddy. Yeah. Not a giant, but it's a nice solid first fish. All right, it's got some really good green colors to it. Interesting. All right, thanks, buddy. Well, that fish was more on the current side of the current seam instead of the slack water side, so that was a little unexpected. It's a fish. Okay, hit it right next to the boat. Thanks, buddy. Hey. Man, that got you pretty good. All right, grow up. Well, hey, that's a largemouth. Wow. Some of you might not realize just how big of an accomplishment that is. This is the second largemouth that I have ever caught in this stretch. If all the largemouth are about that size, that would explain things. That's picture worthy. Yeah, if you guys may have heard me complain about not ever catching largemouth in this stretch of the river. Literally, I've been fishing this stretch of the river for between 13 to 15 years. I don't remember. But that is confidently, I can say that is only my second largemouth I've ever caught out of this stretch. And not that far behind the dam. I wonder if that guy was just freshly swept over in these floods. But interesting. I switched over to a 1/4 ounce jig. I was throwing a 3/16 ounce up there, and it's with how fast the current is, that 3/16 was just not getting down. 1/4 ounce is definitely needed with the river being up as high as it is right now. Well, all right, let's fish number 3. All right, there's our fish. Throwing a jig and a scrounger head through here, and had no luck, but good old square bill crankbait pays off. Okay, all right, buddy. Nobody wants a hook in the hand or fin. Okay, thanks, buddy. Oh, all right, that's a fish. Been banging rocks so much. Didn't realize that last one was a fish. All right, done yet? Yeah. Okay, little fat guy. Thanks, buddy. Oh, that's a fish. That feels like a good one. Yeah, that's a good fish. It's worthy of a nut. Ugh. Well, not as big as I was expecting, but I'll take it. Definitely the best fish of the day so far. Nice stocky fish. Thanks, buddy. And came on the 1/4 ounce bitsy bug jig, green pumpkin. I think I hit it like as soon as it hit the water. That's another fish. Feels like another good one. Well, maybe we found a little school of them. Oh man, this guy got tongue hooked. All right, thanks, buddy. One little thing about that dock. So up here is a riffle stretch where it's about 2 feet deep right now, and we're sitting in 5.4 feet. So kind of right in front of that dock, going across to about the end of those rocks. That's kind of right where the drop off is. There's still kind of a gravel bar that kind of comes out about halfway over here. So there's a deeper scour hole kind of right over here. So they seem to be hanging out kind of right a little bit behind that drop off. See how many more we can find over here. And again, funny, we were throwing the crankbait over there with no success, but they are just immediately hitting this bitsy bug. I guess I didn't mention, but yeah, so 1/4 ounce green pumpkin bitsy bug with a 3-inch Berkeley chigger craw and green pumpkin as well. Really kind of my staple besides that crankbait for this stretch. All we're doing, we're just kind of letting the current drag this down. You know, I'm helping it by dragging it a little bit here and there, but for the most part, just letting the current kind of take it. And that's why I switched over to a 1/4 ounce, because the 3/16, I just couldn't feel it hitting the bottom at all. And that's kind of what you want. You want it to just kind of float along the bottom. You don't want it to be too heavy where it gets stuck, or too light that it doesn't get down. You want to find that kind of sweet spot. And typically 3/16 or 1/4 ounce is all you need. Well, maybe it was only those 2 fish there. Ooh, there we go. Thought I had a snag. That guy hit it as soon as it hit the water. Come here, buddy. You're not that big. I don't know how you're dragging so much line. All right, yeah, you're a decent fish. All right, thanks, buddy. They really redid this this culvert coming in here. I don't know if that's a creek or that's just storm runoff or what, but I'm curious. I can't really quite tell. There used to be a really nice gravel bar that comes out right here. I think it's still there. Can't really quite tell. I think we're gonna have to wait for lower water to really be sure. Ooh, there's one. Man, that's just, again, so funny that you can throw a jig at that for a few minutes, not get bit, and you throw crankbait and you get bit. I hate it when I get these guys right, like, down in that throat area. Okay, thankfully that came out real easy. All right, thanks for playing, buddy. It's a fish. It's not paying attention. Oh, that's a good one. Get over here. Oh, man. Get. It's not really a net-worthy fish, but I guess in the current he felt a whole lot bigger than he actually was. Long and skinny. All right, thanks, buddy. Ooh, oh, shit. Sorry, buddy. All right, little fella. Of course that destroyed my toad. Let's see if we can refinagle this guy. The little guy came on a Bass Pro Shops toad. I don't know what they call their toads, but it's just whatever Bass Pro Shops toad is in green pumpkin. Well, these toads seem to be catching some small fish. Really kind of thinking might be able to find a nicer sized one mixed in here. Thanks, buddy. Just a little trick. If anyone ever fishes toads or flukes or even weightless worms, if you're fishing shallow and you want to fish like as shallow as possible, don't go straight on with your soft plastic. Go right below the nose and just kind of bring it in for a hook point and then bring it back out, and then just hook it like you normally do. With these, I just kind of text expose it. Now when that line's pulling it, it's naturally going to pull upwards instead of, if it's dead on, it might be going down or off to the side or anything like that. But now this is going to just naturally rise on its own, like it's like a boat, right? You got your bow eye hook right there and it just naturally pulls it up. So learned that in one of the very early books that I read getting into bass fishing. I think it was called like Advanced Bass Fishing Techniques or something. Really good stuff. But yeah, we'll keep fishing. The other thing I was going to say, I've fished toads and I've fished frogs before in this stretch, and I've never had any luck. I've had a few pops on toads before from the small ones like I've been seeing, but yeah, to catch that largemouth out here, and the other smaller smallmouth I've seen so far are a nice surprise. I'm really only fishing this just as a to try something new. I could arguably should be focusing still on crankbaits and jigs, you know, not in this weed stuff, but I feel like doing it, so why not do it? Well, we're not getting big ones on this toad, but man, it's fun. Smallmouth on top water, it is just hard to beat. Ow, stop it. Okay, thanks. Alright, well, it's a small smallie fest today. Oop. Alright, buddy. No free rides. Alright, chill out. Chill out. Thanks. This guy's fighting like a largemouth. Oh, it's a smallie. Oh, all right, see you later.